I finished my shopping at BJ's this morning. My husband and I took the kids out for lunch. We had a great time. Now everyone is relaxing, and I finally finished the Bon Jovi documentary on Hulu, Thank You, Good Night, A Bon Jovi Story. What I want to know is, where are all the answers? I mean, Richie Sambora filmed his parts of the documentary in a different part of the world. They weren't even in the same room together. John Bon Jovi had done interviews that I read long before this documentary aired, explaining that one of his vocal cords had atrophied, which essentially means it collapsed, and his other vocal cord was overcompensating for it, and it became weak, and that's why his pitch was unmaintainable and his voice was just uncontrollable. But in this documentary, they only show him in the doctor's office, and the doctor said that as you age, your vocal cords begin to thin out and the vocal folds don't close properly, and that's why he needed surgery. So I don't know where all of the discussion about them rebuilding the vocal cord went. I mean, did they rebuild his vocal cord? Did they not rebuild his vocal cord? Why wasn't it in the documentary? I also want to know, if he does regain full power in his voice, is Richie Sambora welcomed back into the band? Because, let's face it, they were co-writers of a majority of the hits, but the real magic is in their vocal harmonies and tonality together. You have Lennon-McCartney, Simon Garfunkel, all of the great voices that blend well together. People don't realize that John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora's voices work so well, and they just hit that sweet spot together. And I understand that Phil X has earned his spot and has been filling in for Richie since he left, but I don't see why he couldn't still play, the second guitar player slot and have Richie come back. I don't know if that would ever happen, but they didn't even discuss it. This documentary just left me wanting to know answers to all of these questions. It was cool to see all of the archival footage and all the fun they had back in the 80s and the 90s and so on, but they didn't really get down to the nitty-gritty of what I wanted to know. How did you guys feel about it? If you watched it, please tell me your thoughts.